There comes a time in life when silence surrounds you. Invitations stop coming. Phone calls grow quiet. Doors you expected to walk through suddenly slam shut. You look around and wonder why you're not included, why you're overlooked, why you're forgotten. But let me declare something over your life right now. You're not forgotten. You're not overlooked. You're not being left behind. You're being set apart by the hand of God, not for isolation, but for elevation, not for rejection, but for preparation. Key point 1T, separation is the setup for significance. God never calls his chosen ones to fit in. He calls them to stand out. And the first sign that you've been marked by heaven is that earth begins to back away. People won't understand you. Spaces you used to occupy won't feel right anymore. But that's not rejection. That's redirection. God removes you from where you were so he can take you where you're called to be. Key point 2A, divine distinction requires divine distance. To be used by God, you often have to be distanced from what's comfortable. Abraham had to leave his homeland. Joseph had to be taken from his brothers. Esther had to be separated from her people, not because they were disqualified, but because they were being qualified. When God sets you apart, he creates a divine distance so that when you're elevated, everyone knows it wasn't your connections. It was his covenant. Key point 3, hidden for a season, revealed in due time. Being set apart often feels like being hidden. But hidden doesn't mean forgotten. A seed is hidden before it breaks through. A baby is hidden in the womb before it sees the world. Don't despise your hidden season. That's where character is shaped, where identity is formed, where strength is built. You may be unseen by people, but you are watched by heaven. Key point 4, you're not left behind. You're being prepared No, you've received every detour, every delay. It's not denial. It's development. God is preparing you for what you've been praying for. He's equipping you for a weight you're not ready to carry yet. He's protecting your future from your current impatience. You may feel delayed, but you're actually being refined. Key point 5, the anointing will always isolate before it elevates. You cannot carry oil and blend in with dry places. You cannot walk in divine power and sit in compromising circles. The anointing on your life demands separation. And until you learn to be content in that separation, you'll never step into your full calling. God doesn't anoint crowds. He anoints the consecrated. He anoints the called. He anoints the set apart. Key point 6, see what God sets apart. No one can cancel when God places his hand on you. It doesn't matter who walks away, who slanders your name, who excludes you, or who closes the door. Because what God sets apart, man cannot touch. You are not a victim of people's opinions. You are a vessel of heaven's assignment. You don't need their approval when you already carry his anointing. Key. Point 7, silence is the soil for supernatural growth. Don't mistake silence for absence. In your quiet season, God is speaking the loudest. He's uprooting old habits, planting new vision, watering hidden dreams. When you think nothing is happening, everything is happening in the Spirit. Learn to be still, because in the stillness, strength is born. Key point 8, stop chasing what you're called to replace too often. We chase circles we were never meant to sit in. We beg for seats at tables God never prepared for us. But when you're set apart, you don't chase the crowd. You create the culture. You don't follow influence. You walk in impact. You're not supposed to fit in. You're supposed to shift atmospheres. Key point 9, Being set apart means you were seen first. The reason you're different is because he saw you first. He chose you before you were formed. He wrote your name in his book before you ever stepped foot on earth. So when the world doesn't recognize you, remember, he already did. You're not missing out. You're moving into destiny. Key point Tunde, when the time is right, you will rise. There is a due season. And when it comes, no devil in hell and no hater on earth can stop it. When God opens the curtain, everything that was done in the dark will shine in the light. Every tear, every test, every trial, it will all make sense. And those who thought you were forgotten will realize you were just set apart for something greater. Closing words, so lift your head, child of purpose. Wipe the doubt from your eyes. Shake the dust off your faith. You're not left out. You've been handpicked by the King. You're not forgotten. You're being forged in fire. You're not behind. You're ahead of the curve because heaven doesn't move by man's timeline. You are set apart. And when God sets you apart, he sets you up for glory.